All of them. Cool. Fucking A. That's good to
Oh
know.
yeah.
Well, I'll give it a few seconds, and while we're giving a few seconds, I'll play that song. How's that?
Hearts with a worn out tie, shook hands once and the deal was done. From that day on, they rode as one. Let the engines warm, let the night unfold. Two outlaw souls with hearts of gold. They're moonshine brothers, outlaws with a spark, lighting up the back roads when the world gets dark. If you're looking for a good time, they'll pull you inside, kick up dust and say, come on, let's ride.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Two Uncles in a jar number 10. I'm Uncle Moonshine.
And I'm Uncle Joey.
Welcome to the show. It's been a little while. It's been a while. Uncle Joey's got a life. I got a life.
Life happens. Life happens.
It does. Life happens. Last time we were supposed to be on was 2 weeks ago Sunday. I was leaving for the festival at Maggie Valley. Great time. Super good time. It was a good trip. I want to talk a little bit about that trip, Joey, and you want to jump in and ask me questions or whatever, because
absolutely. No, absolutely.
It was a hell of a ride, buddy. I'll tell you what. So starting off, I left Sunday morning.
All the pictures I saw from everybody, it looked like everybody had a good time.
Yes, absolutely. And I didn't take enough pictures. I did do some videos at the distilleries I stopped and visited. I relied on AI to do the store hours for me and my trip and when I would be there. It's such and such. Big mistake. Big mistake. Go back and do your own research. Because what it did, it brought up the hours that it had on the weekends. And it showed that they closed at 9 of this one distillery. The first distillery I went to, which is a distillery in, I can't even think of the name of the place, but it was in Georgia. It's called Moonrise Distillery. And apparently on Sundays, they close at 6. I planned to get there at 7 because they were going to close at 9. So I ended up staying the next day until they opened, and I went and visited. I was the only customer they had. Gorgeous place, man. When you drive up, it looks like a country store. I was like, good vibe. This is cool. Go inside, the bar set up. They got all the bottles on display. They got a lot of veteran stuff going on. Really cool, laid back, good vibe distillery. It was. The only thing I disliked about getting there that early was I didn't get a tour. They have a speakeasy, which if you go on the website, it's Moonrise Distillery. And the distillery itself looked like a pretty good rig. I didn't get to check that out. Hey, Benny, how you doing, buddy? And I wanted to really check out the speakeasy. I was looking at the pictures on their website. Awesome.
Right.
Awesome place. Good vibes. They got a patio to sit. They got all kinds of merch and stuff. Not a bad drink. Not a bad drink. I tried the bourbon. 2 different bourbons they had. One was a rye, and the other one, the rye I didn't like a lot. The other one had a touch of rye, which I liked. It was good. So I got us 2 bottles, Joe. I got one for you, buddy. And let me come your way. And
nice.
talked to the bartender about reaching out to the owner and maybe coming along and doing a podcast with us. He said he can talk to him. I'll reach out to him on email. I did talk to him before on email. So we'll make that happen.
Nice.
So then I went to my brother's and spent 3 days with family. Secured 5 acres in South Jackson, Tennessee. So who knows? Maybe when I retire, that's where I'll be. Spent some time with him, and from there I went on to Maggie Valley. Had a great time. As always, every year it's always a good time. This year I think was the biggest.
Yeah.
And I think everybody will agree with me that this year was the biggest event ever. And I think last year they had over 30,000 visitors. I think this year they had 50. To be honest, there was a shit.
Wow,
dude.
No shit.
I tell you, Joey, the place was packed. I was watching people come in. When they come in the front gate, there was a constant line paying to come in. I could believe it. I was like, God dang. Then there was
how was the weather and the rain? I mean, it rains every year. I mean, you
Yeah,
know it's going to happen at some point. One day you're going to get rain there. You're definitely going to get it.
yeah, if not every day, right? So I know the last few years that we've been, Joey, and that you've been, that it did. It rained. It got muggy as hell. The sun was coming out. It was humid as hell. This year was not bad. It rained a little bit Friday, and it kept it kind of cool. It was no bad. It would get humid here and there, but then that cool breeze would come in, and it was fine. No big deal. Saturday it
Right.
was overcast the whole day. It kept it nice and cool. It sprinkled just a little bit, and dude, it stayed nice and cool the whole time. And it was probably, as far as weather-wise, is the best Maggie Valley I've ever been to, as far as the festival event. Yeah, it was nice, man. Um,
The music lineup, I saw a lot of clips from that. The music was really good.
really good. It was. It was awesome. Great. Becky Ramey knocked it out of the park this year. She did. Great music. Um, of course, Thursday night was the pre-party. Everybody met at the Valley Tavern, and I went. I got there too late to go to the nursing home because I spent more time with family than I should have. But family's important. You got to hang out with family, right? Especially when you don't get to
Right.
see them.
And that's why I couldn't make it to Maggie Valley. I was in Alabama visiting my son. It was I had a choice to make, and I hadn't seen my grandsons for a while. So, but yeah, I'll be there next year.
Dude, family's so important. I can't
Yeah,
emphasize that enough.
yeah, we had a
And
good trip too,
especially when it comes to those grandkids.
man. And we took my wife's daughter and all her kids down, so we had five grandkids together down there for the 4 days. It was yeah, it was really nice, man.
Yeah. So I did. I went to the Valley Tavern. It was packed. You couldn't find a park spot. I had to park across the street, which I've never had to do before.
Yeah,
Nah. I went in, man. It was wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder. I mean, you had to. It was like, oh my god.
we
Even
got
when you
there
went,
late. We got there late last year, and it really wasn't that busy, but it was busy. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, doesn't sound like it was that busy.
Benny was there. He could tell you it was packed. And
Yeah,
even outside, it was packed. There was like, goddamn, a line mile long. They need that time for that event. They need to hire more servers. They really do. They need to set up something to get. I couldn't get a beer. I just couldn't get one. I was like, are you
yeah,
kidding me? I was there in 10 minutes. I said, I'd had enough. I got beer at the hotel. I'm leaving. I got my car, went to the hotel. There was a big
right.
party at the hotel. So hey, I can go party at the hotel. So we did. And then Friday came. Almost got there late. They almost didn't let me in. Thank God Tom Crum was right there. He said, hey, he's with me. We got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Got in, got set up. Friday was more eventful than usual Fridays. It was. I sold a lot of product. I was like, damn. I was with Brian LPR Shine. He did too. He sold out of his candy. I almost sold out of my candy. And sold some barbecue sauce and some other merchandise, shot glasses, stuff like that. But Saturday came along and it was, dude, it was packed. I mean, everybody in the world was there. They had Josh Owens there. Tickle was there. The line to see Josh Owens went from the front gate where he was set up right next to North Georgia Stills, all the way back to Market Digger in the back. That line just went forever. Josh, Josh had to stop at one point. He got out of the booth, went down the line of people waiting for him, shaking their hands. I'll be back. I need a break. Tickle was there, and there was a big line for Tickle. But Josh had the bigger line. He had a lot of people want to see him, which is good.
Interesting.
It turned out good. And for once, Mark Ramsey had the shortest line. I was like, damn, that's kind of unusual.
Uh, yeah. I'm sure he did. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
them
the
guys,
thing is,
they're there. You know, what I mean, they're there so much, and
right?
everyone
They're
gets to
there.
see them. So
Mark's always there every year. Josh hardly
yeah,
ever shows up. Same with Tickle. So yeah, the line was there for them guys. Yeah,
yeah.
they already got Mark Ramsey's autograph and pictures and stuff. So
I
yeah,
was gonna say is all the times he's there. Yeah,
right.
but it was
Yeah, I
kind of
get it.
wild. I hung out with him at the hotel the one morning, and he's just a real cool, down to earth guy, man.
He is. He
Uh,
is. I had coffee with him Sunday morning. We sat there and
yeah,
talked
that's
for.
what they were all down there sitting in the thing having their coffee. I was getting my morning smoke on, and he was just down there just chilling, just hanging out.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. Super guy. Great to be around. Great personality. And very friendly. But Saturday, I was standing in my booth, and this very attractive woman come up. She's introduced herself, and we're talking. She's wanting to know what I had, the merch. She said, "Have you been?" It was Clayton, Georgia. That's what it was. Clayton, Georgia, where Moonrise Distillery is. And she said, "I'm the owner of Clayton, or Moonrise Distillery in Clayton." I said, "Say what? I was just there,
That's funny.
dude. What a coincidence, right?" I was like, "What the hell?" So we talked for a while. We did. We talked for a good little bit, and hung out and introduced herself and stuff. So I hope she's watching tonight. I sent her a link and told her that we were on, and I would definitely mention her name.
Oh yeah.
And her name's Jennifer Wheatley. Nice lady, super nice lady, very informative. She's the one that designed their distillery. Oh my God, if you go on that website, check out Moonrise Distillery. Wow. She just sent me a text and said she's watching. But yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, you see this the way it's laid out. It's a home feel. When you walk in there, you're like you feel welcome. It's like walking into home, and everything just ambiance and just everything about the place. I just got a really good vibe from it. I wanted to stay there, but I had to hit the road.
Right.
But yeah, they have events and stuff. They have a band outside. They have an outside porch, wrap around the porch where you can hang out. Really nice place. If you guys ever get a chance, check it out. Moonrise Distillery in Clayton, Georgia. It's really cool.
Clayton, Georgia. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
I don't know when I'll be in Georgia, but if I ever am.
Hey, if you come down my way, you'll go right by it. Well, maybe
Well,
not.
if I come your way, I'll probably go see my son first, so I'll go a different way.
Well, that's going to see your sons on the way. So there you go.
Ah,
I know that because I went up that way just because I was going to Tennessee to see my brother. So yeah.
right.
Um, yeah. So I mean, each night, of course, we had the after party at the hotel. It's always a great hangout. Moonshine Shoe was there. Hung
Yeah,
out
I
with
saw
him.
it. It was there, yeah.
A lot of TikTokers were there this year. Usually, you have a handful of TikTokers that show up in Maggie Valley. This year, there was a shitload of them. I was like, God damn, Uncle Moonshine, remember me on TikTok? Yeah, yeah. And dude, they were all over the place. I was like, damn,
The,
and they
the
said
internet
they were
the internet shiners are taking over.
kind of a back seat. Right? I won't say that because they are all on social on each way, but um, but it's good to see them turn out and show up because I hang out on TikTok.
Absolutely.
I associate with those guys. We go live. And, there's a lot of times Phil, Billy, and I'll go live with a bunch of them. I'll do a
Oh,
live.
absolutely. Listen, there's a lot of good dudes on there.
Big Easy now. I'm going to do a shout out to Big Easy. Big Easy, I hope you're listening and watching because, dude, you see me on TikTok doing live all the time and you will not come in. Pissed off about that, dude.
He don't ever. He likes to stay in the shadows and stir the pot.
Yeah, he stands behind Uncle Joey over here. I'm just playing.
He's a hot mess.
But yeah, he needs to come on there wearing that wig. Speaking of hot mess.
That was interesting.
It was. It was very entertaining. It still is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I stuck around afterwards. Everybody left Sunday morning. I stuck around. I stayed Sunday night. Sunday during the day, it was Maggie Valley quiet. Man, it was dead still, quiet, nice, relaxing. Just sit back and relax.
I thought about that. How would it be to stay that extra day? Everyone takes off, and you're just Sunday night. It's probably so quiet.
Oh, dude, it was. It was awesome. It really was. It was like, yeah, okay, this is cool. I had breakfast. I decided, you know what? I'm gonna take a run over to Adventure Distilling. Go see Kelly. Got in the car, drove over there. Dude, that's out. That's out there. That's out in the middle of nowhere. Man. It's like, okay, but I like
Yes, it
it. It
is.
was cool just for that reason. It's out there, and got there. Really nice setup. Small distillery, but really neat setup. The way they have mainly the patio, the way it's set up for guests and everything. It's definitely a place for a band and dancing and yada yada, right? So I sat down and the bartender, I can't remember her name. She set me up with a flight, trying different. I think there was 11 different flavors they had. I tried all of them. I shouldn't have, but I was like, well, okay, I'll just drink
Of course
half
you
of it.
could.
So I did the flights, and then Kelly's girlfriend came down to the bar from up the hill. I guess they were hanging out there, and he was working in the shop, and said something about Kelly is up on the hill. I said, well, hey, can you holler at Kelly and let him know that I'm here? And I'd like to talk to him for a minute if he's got the time, whatever. Come on up, Mark. So I went up, talked to him for a little bit. Then we walked back down to the distillery. He gave me a tour of the distillery. Pretty cool setup. Showed me a mash bill he's working on. And we talked for a little bit. I talked to him about coming on here. He didn't give me yes or no, Joey, but he didn't say no. Okay, he didn't say no. So anyway, yeah, it was cool. Then left there, went back to the hotel, just hung out. Monday morning, I got up and drove to Ace Custom Copper, Flaming Aces Distillery to see Tracy Bumgarner. And they were closed, but he was there. He had his hand helping. They were finishing up a 50-gallon short, fat, 50-gallon still. This thing's awesome. He showed it to me. And in fact, he's just recently displayed it. This thing can't stand any more than 36 inches from the very top. I was like, hell yeah, that's a still you want to work on. It's easy to get to, easy to work with.
Is it going to be for electric? Is it going to
Yeah,
be
yeah, for
that
electric.
makes a lot? Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that with them electric ones, man. Get them nice and low and just plug them in.
Speaking of that, Daniel Stevens, what's it like being famous? And then his comment, Daniel Stevens, I want to say this about you, sir. At the festival, his wife Elizabeth was sitting right there. I cannot tell you how many people bypassed him. I'm not here to see you. I want to see your wife. I thought that was funny as hell, and I was one of them.
He's definitely the celebrity.
Oh man, she's hottie and a hoot, man. I love watching her videos. Awesome, awesome to watch that.
Well, I think it's really nice that she allowed him to set up in her booth. You know what I mean? I just, she is a saint for allowing him to peddle the little bit of merchandise that he does for the celebrity that he is.
You're absolutely right about that, Joey. And she was, and she made comments and videos about that later where he told her, you're going to get your own booth next year. Okay. Damn right I will.
Well, and with you saying that, there was a lot of TikTok people there, and if there were TikTok people there, she's the queen, man.
I'm
She's
telling you.
yeah.
And she's funny as hell. I love that girl.
Oh,
Dude, I look forward to every morning having my cup of coffee and watching her videos. Just,
yeah, yeah. She's definitely got a nice sense of humor.
what's up,
I mean,
Sean?
she
How you
has
doing,
to.
dude?
She's married to Daniel Stevens. I
Yeah,
mean,
you got to have somewhat of at least a little bit of a sense of humor. I mean, come on.
that guy's he's a hoot too, man.
Yeah,
They
he
make a
is.
good couple.
They
It's
do.
cool
They
to see
really,
them in action together. They're one of those, they're the moonshine power couple.
absolutely. You're right about that. You're absolutely right about that, Joey. It's really cool to see them together, and always the pleasure to see Daniel. I should say Bennett because that's what I always
Oh,
do.
man.
Man. What are you drinking there, Joey?
Whew. Um, the boys and I took a trip yesterday to a new distillery up here in Ohio,
Nice.
and they released some new flavors yesterday. And it's only an hour and a half from me, so anything that close, I got to at least make an effort to try to show some support. And Still Talking's been kind of helping them promote and kind of talking about it. So we popped up there yesterday and hung out with them, and I brought back some of their corn liquor. It's pretty good.
What kind
I
of
think
corn?
I think they use some Ohio corn. I'm pretty sure they do. I can't remember, but
A
yeah,
lot of distilleries that do corn or whatever, they usually source within the state. Usually,
yeah.
not always.
I believe you get some tax breaks when you source all
Right.
local.
And some of it, I know for Florida, here in Florida, it's part of the law. You have to use such a percentage
Yeah,
of Florida product in your product.
yeah.
It's
You
part of
you.
the distilling.
I mean, I get it if you can save some costs somewhere, but man, try to stay true to your state. You know what I mean? Try to keep it all right there in your area. But I get it if you can't.
Keep that money in state. That's right.
But it's
Yeah,
some of
you're
their corn liquor, pretty solid. It's 100 proof. This is batch two. This is only on their second batch. They're fairly new distillery. They had a pretty good day Saturday. I hope to see them continue. And Mansfield's got the penitentiary. They do a lot of stuff there. So I hopefully the influx of tourists for the penitentiary have concerts and they do haunted houses and they do tours and stuff. So it's kind of a neat little area.
sure. I love some of these comments. I should highlight this one. That one ain't got a blue tint to it.
No, no, no.
Fill me and the viewers in on that.
Oh, so those of you go over to the Still Talking page, and there's a video on our page that has a jar that might have some blue liquid in it. So, well, the day before I ran something and was in a hurry when I broke it down, and I'm normally really good about cleaning my stuff after my runs. It's just I learned how to run on that 3-gallon still, and it was real easy to clean out. Very easy. I would let it cool down. I'd bring it in the house, clean everything right there in my kitchen sink. So I got into a habit of trying to clean my stuff after it cools down a little bit. So I cleaned out my keg. I cleaned out my thumper, but I forgot to clean out the worm.
Ah, I've
So
done it.
I'm pretty sure there was some cantaloupe still sitting in my worm, and it was only overnight. Yeah, I ran a cantaloupe mash.
Okay, I got you. You meant some
But it had
mash. I thought you meant chunks of cantaloupe for
No,
some
no, no,
reason.
no, 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 no. And the mash had caught an infection, so the mash wasn't very good. So I ended up running it all out. So I ran it down to pretty much 10 proof. I got a nice little bucket of liquor, but the bad part about it, I got about 50 gallons of this mash that's probably all went bad.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna run it. I'm still gonna collect it.
Might as well. Might as well. I like
Yeah.
Daniel Stevens. He comments back to Sean. We know who taught you. Yeah, we know who taught you, Joey.
Hey, he was right there as it came out. It was a student teacher moment kind of thing. My teacher was right there as it was coming out.
That's funny as hell. What the
But
hell's it?
you know, the interesting thing about that, it was like half a jar, and it went clear immediately.
Yeah, as soon as it comes, so as soon as it cleared out of that worm, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that stuff. I've had that same thing happen where I didn't rinse out the worm. That sits there. It eats away at the copper. It's going to turn it blue. I had the
Yeah.
same thing. Daniel Stevens. At least he showed up.
Yeah, yeah. And I was hoping it wasn't bad because I was excited about that the run. I had done a cracked corn and oats, and I really was hoping to taste that. Actually, that's the first run I made on that keg still. I've had this keg still for a little while, and I just haven't
Yeah.
had. I think I may have cleaned. I've ran it to clean it, but I haven't really ran my keg still yet. So I finally wanted to get it ran, so I ran the cantaloupe, and the cantaloupe. My first jar came out at like 90 proof. I was like, whoa. So Sean's like, you got a leak. He said, turn your heat down, go tighten down all your clamps, turn your heat back up, tell me what the proof does. All right, turn the heat down, clamped up, got my screwdriver, cranked all them tri-clamps down, turned my heat back up, 90 proof. He's like, you got a leak. I said, I don't have a leak. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't. So he came over the next day when I ran the corn mash. First jar was 150 proof, 140 proof. He said, I think that mash went bad. So definitely, I mean, it did sit for a little while.
How long did it take to run a still?
So from start to finish, from firing it up to stopping, putting the bucket under it, 4.5 hours.
And how big a still?
15-gallon keg still. Probably could have been a 4-hour run, but I feel like that was the first time I heated up mash in that thing, so I kind of feel like I started a little too slow. Like I brought the heat up a little bit. I probably could have hammered the heat a little more than I did because it is a stainless steel keg. Those things can take some heat. So
They
that's
can.
just another learning process I'm doing. I don't, and then you really can't. I don't have any solids in there. I make sure I got my brew bag on my pump, and then I put a brew bag on the hose, so there's nothing going in there. So and you can't really scorch liquid, So I should be fine. So next time I run it, I think I'm gonna crank that bitch up right off the bat, get her up a little bit, and then back her down a little bit. Try to see. I bet I could get that under 4 hours or right at 4 hours.
Yeah, my 20 gallon, I usually run about 10 hours. But I run it slow. Run it slow as hell.
Yeah, yeah. You said you get if you don't, it gets too hot. The water, your worm water gets too hot or something.
Yeah, yeah, it gets really hot. But I learned something from Tracy Buckrunner while I was at Ace Custom Copper. Saw him
There
one
you
day.
go.
He taught me a few little tricks, and Sean didn't. No kid. But yeah, it was cool to visit with him. I got to see Big Betty, and I think it's Betty. Is it Betty or Betsy? I can't remember. Starts with a B. It's not birthday.
Rosie.
Rosie, that's it. You're right. It's Rosie. It's Rosie. My bad. Well. Anyway, I learned a couple of things about his still and how I need to run mine to make it more efficient. I love the new layout. The people. I think it was a beauty parlor that was in between him and the distillery and the shop. So he got that. He's got a pool table there, fireplace, got darts set up. It's pretty cool. He laid it out. Looks pretty nice. Looks like a friendly sports bar, kind of, in a way. It's cool though. And yeah, hung out for there for a little bit. And I got to tell you, I got to share this little story with you. So I leave Tracy's. When I went up there, with some shine. I got rid of most of it. But on the way, stopping at these distilleries, I'm starting to stock back up. I got a car full of liquor. He is full. And I leave Tracy's. I'm driving, and I look down for something. I don't remember what it was. I dropped something or something, and I look up, and there's a cop with a gun. Got me. I looked at my speedometer. I'm 15 miles an hour over. I'm like, fuck. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? I see him set the radar gun down, and he pulls out right behind me. I was like, oh, my God. Fuck, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. So we're going for a little ways. I'm just waiting for him to turn the lights on. He's right behind me. I'm watching the speed limit, watching the blinker. I'm doing the whole. So shortly after, another cop pulls in behind him. Like, oh man, he called reinforcements. He see the Florida tags. He wants reinforcements. Fuck, I'm in trouble.
He knows you got meth in the car.
Guy driving by himself here in Tennessee from Florida, dude. It's got to be a drug deal, right? So I'm freaking out, dude. My heart's just a pound. I'm like, oh my God, man, just calm down. You'll be all right. It's all good. I get up to where I'm getting ready to get on the main highway. I go right to get on the ramp. Both of those guys went straight. Man, I was like, woo! I was grinning from ear to ear from then on.
I'd have cracked one of them bottles. Yeah.
See, I gotta calm down.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, dude, yeah, I made sure I put the cruise on. And dude, nothing more than 5 miles an hour over. I'm good.
Man, I tell you what, we went down to Alabama that same time you were in Maggie, and I had my foot in it a few times. And, once you get down to like southern Tennessee, there's a lot of spots where these troopers can sit way back and you cannot see them, man. And you're going this way and they're back up in here. And yeah, we went by a couple where I was like, shit, there was but I wasn't going 100. But they don't, I feel like if you're,
There he is. What's up, Big Easy?
if you're moving with traffic, I don't feel like they bother you too much.
Right.
But if you're
yeah,
blowing through, they're going to get you.
yeah, if you're blowing through there, yeah, they're gonna. But if you're like you said, if you've got a good, easy, steady flow, they're not gonna bother you so much. But yeah, you're
Yeah,
totally
they're
right.
pretty you.
Big Easy's in the house. What's up, Big Easy? We were just talking
Oh
about you
Lord,
earlier.
he's here for one reason and one reason only.
I know he's here to harass us. Talking about two uncles and a jar.
He's here to bust balls and call it the Lord's work is what he does.
Big Easy, put that wig on and come on in here. I'll send you an invite. Then let's bust some balls.
uh, uh, they uh, they went to a cool little restaurant after we all left Ohio Shine Co. They went to a place that serves the last meals of like death row inmates, like the famous ones. You can
Yeah.
go up there, and I think one of them said they had the John Wayne Gacy meal. So they said it's kind of a. I think it's called the last supper, the last I don't know, the last meal or something. It's right outside of Mansfield. They had a good time.
Cool. Big Easy had a comment here. We was rolling Winona back from Arkansas in the back of a truck shortly after we got in to see a trooper was on our ass. Dude, I know you're dude. Hey, so you know exactly what I went through, Big Easy. Then Jennifer Wheatley Young, who I was talking about earlier about Moonrise Distillery, make sure you have bail money. Yes, absolutely. Make sure you have bail money. I'd have been okay, Jennifer. I'd have been all right, but I didn't want to go through that shit. Terrible nasty. Thought we was done that day. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, Matt was with them. Yeah, they went down there to pick up Winona.
God damn.
They're about to Winona's about to make another return trip.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Maybe we should make that public. Shh.
I
Just
think
don't
he's
say.
going down to that Arkansas Music
I
Festival.
was just gonna say, don't say the date, but you just did.
Uh,
I hear you, Big Easy, dude. That's the way I felt. I felt like I needed to go change my underwear.
yeah, that especially with that. Yeah,
you know. That being said, Big Easy, it came up again. It always does. Ever since the famous ride of Shua, it came up again this year. Everybody's giving me shit about that ride he made with those stills wide open in the back of his truck. He's still
that
got
is
tarp. People say
that
him
is a
tarp.
hell of an idea. Type you up like a bill of lading, like you've sold that to somebody. Just keep it
You,
with you, and hey,
you
I'm
were
delivering
delivering
this.
that. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Good idea. Hell yeah. What's up, Raymond? How you doing, buddy? That's a great idea. Yeah, it was weird. It was definitely heart throbbing. Fuck man. Then ended up stopping in Savannah on my way back, and
That's where the rich people live.
yeah, I don't know about that. I know. I'm just.
Savannah, Georgia.
No,
Savannah,
no.
Georgia's nice.
I totally get it, and you're right. So I looked up distilleries in that area. I found one. I went to it. They're not a distillery. They claim they're a distillery. They're one of the ones that outsource their alcohol and blend. Nice place. Just opened up last week. I didn't know that till I got there. It's called Old uh, Old Savannah Distillery. Old OLE. Old. Nice place. Brand new, spectacular walk-ins. Really cool setup. They got old time stills set up. They got a great big old pot still up front when you walk in. I'm like, all right, it's pretty cool. I'm anxious to see the distillery. I walk up to the tasting table and bartender and I said, "So can I get a tour of the distillery?" "Oh, this isn't a distillery." "What?" "No, we outsource." "It's not a distillery yet," he said. "Oh, well, okay." I tried and sampled their stuff. It wasn't bad. Had dinner there, really good dinner. A little pricey, but it wasn't bad at all. So I left there and I went to go see Morgan Stewart, who doesn't live far from there at all. We hung out.
One more.
Dude, man, his kitchen table was loaded up. He wanted me to try this, 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 and I wanted him to try this and this and this.
And
Like,
if I'm not mistaken, Morgan's also got a nice little green thumb too.
yes, he does. Yes, he does.
yes,
He does. In the regards of what you're talking about, yes.
he's got a very nice garden.
And that was sitting on the table. I didn't partake. You know me, Uncle Joey.
Yep, yep, yep.
But yeah, we hung out for a couple hours. Then I went back to the hotel. Got a good night's sleep. That morning, I drove. Morgan met me uh, before I left. I left the hotel, stayed in Savannah, and he met me at a restaurant. No, actually, no. I'm sorry. We drove to Jacksonville. It's a 2 hour drive from Savannah. We met at a restaurant there. Really nice place, set up right downtown Jacksonville. Had
Nice.
lunch. Then from there we went to Burlock and Burr, the story that I spent the last 5 years at, hanging out with the guys, got to know them. Colin, one of the owners, was there. He let us in, welcomed us, he lined us up with some samples, let us try all that. Gave us a tour of the distillery, small setup, but it works. You know? And
That's
I
what
would hope,
this
there you
is.
go.
This shit is amazing. My
I got
son tried to hijack this bottle. My son was actually pissed when we left, and he was at work when we left, and I grabbed this bottle when we left. And he said, I thought you were leaving that bottle. I was like, I never said I was leaving this bottle.
You were lucky to
So
sample it, son.
if, if, if you're ever in Florida, I highly recommend you tracking this place
Highly
down.
recommend. Guys,
Uh,
it's really easy too. If you're on 95 south or north, either way, they're directly off the highway. I mean, it's not 2 blocks off the highway. It's not that far out of your way at all. Stop in, check them out. They got some good product. My favorite that they make, Joey, and I found out while we were there, pissed me off. Kind of pissed me off. But I get it. Good quality product. They do 100% rice. No sugar, it's all rice. This aged in a barrel for 7 years. No, I'm sorry, 5 years in they did several 5 gallon barrels. So it aged quite a bit. It was really dark. So I asked him about it. He goes, yeah, I got some. Because last time I was there, he didn't have any. He climbed into Rick House, climbed up on a barrel, filled me up a half a mason jar, said, here, get the hell out, shut up. Because he got tired of me talking about it. But this time when I showed up, yeah, they had it bottled. He goes, but it's going for a premium up on Moonshine. I said, what kind of premium are you talking about? I looked over there, it's $200 a bottle. I was like, say what? No, I ain't doing that, bro. I like your rice,
all
but I
rice,
like it that good.
all rice.
All rice, 100% rice. 100% rice. Yeah, and it's very tasty. I wish I had some left. I really do. I'm not going to spend $200 on a bottle. I'm just not going to do it. Maybe next time I'm there, I'll have him give me a little sample so I can send it to Uncle Joey.
I mean, so, you know, the $200 thing, man. Um, I think that's why some places just don't make it.
Well, and you're on that. You're right. And
I
at the
mean,
same time, I'll give it to him because they don't make a lot of it. There's not a
yeah,
lot available, and it's very good. So
but I
I
guess if,
get
if
it.
it's if it's selling, I guess I can't really talk shit. But I just to me, $200 just seems crazy.
There's 199, dude. I was like, oh, but wait, it comes in a metal canister. I was like, yeah, okay. You can keep your damn canister. It's gonna go in the trash
So
anyway. So
before I really started drinking moonshine on the regular, I was deep into the bourbon. I got so many bottles, and Big Easy always jokes that I've waited in line for bottles. And yeah, most bourbon, if you're a bourbon fan, yeah, you've waited in line at some point for some bottle. But I no longer do that. I mean, you don't have to.
right, right.
There are so many good bourbons out there. There's so many good varieties of bourbons out there. And then I'm finding I have fallen in love with the state of Ohio, man. Uh, I'm gonna get on
No,
my
no, no, no,
soapbox.
terminals.
I'm gonna get on my soapbox for a minute because I feel like Ohio takes a beating when it comes to the moonshine, the liquor, everything, man. And maybe in the past, but man, over the handful of 5, 10 years, there's some good things we got going on up here in Ohio, man. And it's good to see that, and it's nice to know that I can travel. I don't have to go to Kentucky. I don't have to go here. I can just drive a couple hours within my own state and go to some cool places, meet some really cool people, and drink some really good liquor, man. I mean, really good liquor. We're Ohio. Our buddy Chris Lewis down at Paps down in Bainbridge, they just did a bourbon. I forget how many bottles they put out, but it sold out the same day.
Wow.
So, and I tried some. Me and Sean went down there, and I tried it at cast strength, and it blew me away. They toned it down a little bit and bottled it. Of course, you got to make all the bottles you can. I get it, but you know, it's just what you see distilleries going out right now, but there's a lot that are still coming up. I mean, I keep reading on Facebook. Supposedly, there's a guy trying to open up a distillery here in Springfield. I don't know his name. I've reached out to him on Facebook. He's responded. I have no idea who the guy is. I
Huh.
have no idea where it's going to be at, but he's trying to raise funds right now to get a distillery going here in Springfield. So
I'll
I
have to
wish
look
all
at
the
it.
best of luck to
I'm
him.
pretty good. I'm pretty good at looking up people and find out their names and who they are. I'll look that up, Joey.
Yeah, it's called Rustic Ember Distillery, I think is the name of it.
Okay, got it.
But
Um,
sometimes, you know, every time you see, I feel like you look in the news when it comes to the alcohol industry. There's another distillery closing, or I see a lot of these wholesalers even.
sorry, be
No,
right back.
you're good, old man bladder. I get it. Let's crack a bottle while I'm waiting. Drink some butterscotch. More, more Ohio Shine Co. product, butterscotch. Pretty solid. If you get on our Facebook page, Still Talking, my Uncle Joey page, I'm pretty sure I shared a bunch of pictures from the weekend. Everybody can see the fun that we had and check out the distillery that is the Ohio Shine Co. Oh, and I saw a badass piece of equipment there. They have one of those devices that you can check the proof.
Oh yeah, they have that at Burlock. He checked so that stuff I bottled. You're gonna get a bottle. I proofed it and did the math and all that stuff. Came out to 102. So I got it on the bottle as a 100 proof. He tested it in this test thing. I think it's like a $3,000 device. Checks. It cannot have any sugar in it whatsoever, though. It can't do post flavors or anything. It's got to be whiskey. It's got to be alcohol. It came out to be, I think it was 98 proof. I was like, fuck. But hey, I was close. I mean,
Probably, listen, I know we don't think it does, but everybody says that the temperature, when you
right.
proof
Well,
it, the
and
temperature,
that's
I
how
do
you do the
believe.
math, too. But with that device, it does all that automatically. And he told me, too, he said, the one thing that you didn't do when you did your math, you didn't do the weight. That's why you have to add the weight, too, to get it more accurate. The weight of the content that you're measuring.
Huh.
That came from Colin at Burlock and Barrel. I was like, okay, that makes sense. But hey, I was close. It's 98 proof, not 102. It's not 100. It's 98. I'll take it. Also,
Interesting.
when I was talking to him, Joey, or while I was there, Joey, I got you another bottle of that. Got one for your son, so you can give it to him. He can have his own.
Oh, hey, he will be very pleased that I have him a Burlock and Barrel bottle.
Yeah, yeah. And then also I talked to Colin and Ian. They're both their co-owners. It's Colin and Ian. They've agreed to come on our podcast. Don't know when, but we're
Nice.
going to make it happen and get them tour of the place and talk to them in person and go through there. They started off just like us. They were regular moonshiners making home distillates, and they started their own business, and it's going good. They're talking about opening another one in Tennessee.
Nice. You know,
Yeah,
you say that there's a distillery here in Ohio that kind of started out that same way. This M&O Spirits. I went down there and got to talking to the guy, and he told me how things transpired, and he didn't realize what he was doing wasn't necessarily legal. And he said, "I think I need to change what I'm doing." You know what I mean?
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
they had like a bourbon club, and he was distilling and aging and distributing it amongst their bourbon club, and that's pretty, So he's like, man, I could go legal and do the same thing and
Right.
not have to worry about this. So Doug ended up doing his thing, and now we have M&O Spirits, and man, they do a good job down there too.
Cool. That's good to know.
So
Well, I think
we got a local brewery here in town that just did a really big bourbon and cigar night, and they got a line. They probably had 15 bottles of bourbon. So uh, that was 2 weeks ago. That was why we were in while Maggie Valley was happening. That
you were
bourbon and
there.
cigar happened too. So move a week forward, we stopped in there Friday night to watch a band play. Dude, they still got every one of those bottles that they had for the bourbon and cigar event, and every one of those bottles is at least halfway still full. And it's some high end, some good some solid Ohio bourbon. So I noticed they had a bottle of some Indian Creek that I really like, and I go to a restaurant and that stuff's like $25 a pour for this Indian Creek. So I just happened to ask, "What are you charging?" All those bottles they were charging $8 a pour. Yeah, yeah,
Damn. Damn.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you
They
said that
probably
there's
already made their money off the bourbon event. The bottles were already paid for, so now this just probably profit for them. So I was getting $8 a pour for some really good bourbon.
um there's a place here in Orlando my wife and I used to go to. It's called the Whiskey. It's a bar where they serve all kinds of different whiskeys and bourbons. I mean, dude, if you can think of it, they got it. And yeah, they have some pours that are $100 a pour. It's like, eh, I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm good with that.
We stopped in the Heaven Hill Distillery one time, and they've got a really nice bar upstairs, and you can get yourself a pour of Old Fitz 23 for like a couple $100, or yeah. So,
I'll stay downstairs at the bar stool.
I'll buy the mellow corn, drinking the mellow corn.
Big E says, only way I'm paying for a bottle is if it's aged from a small distillery like Hatfields. Actually, buddy, yeah, I should have went to Hatfields. I did. Went to, even then, he's only like 60 for 10 years. You're right. You're right. Then, Raymond, hey, thanks for sharing that, Raymond. Appreciate it. I'll definitely be looking into that. Filter Rustic and Distillery. Cool. That's what you were talking about, right, Joey? That's that distillery you're talking about. The guy who's looking for basically
Yep.
help
Yep.
funds to build it. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, definitely be looking into that.
What do you have coming up? Anything you got going on?
I'm doing good, Rip Service. No, not really. You know, there for a while, I was doing a lot of going to the different distilleries here in Florida. I've gone to a bunch of. When I went down to see Clara, I hit a bunch of them along the way, and along the way back, I've done several since. It's a couple of interesting ones. I'm going to be sending you a bottle, but I'm going to wait till I actually go back and do another review. They've offered to come on the podcast as well. It's Tarpon Springs Distillery, Tarpon Springs, Florida. They do that guacamole and chips. These days, just you're like, what the hell? How do you get it to taste like guacamole and chips? Very small distillery, very small town. They got a lot of different good flavors, and they want me back, and they also agreed to come on the podcast.
Hell
I
yeah.
got. You should see the bottles I set aside for you, Joey. You'd be like, "Fuck, no! Don't be sending me this shit. This is costing me money, Mark. Stop." Your bar is going to be bigger than mine before the end of it. But
Listen, I have a table because of you now. I had to start something new just because of you. So yeah.
we call this the Uncle Moonshine table over here. All the shit that he sent me. But yeah, there's been a lot of the stories. There's one that he gave me a bottle, just gave it to me. Here, I want you, Uncle Joey, to try this. He's here on our podcast. He wants to come on as well. But
Oh,
what
yeah.
I think we're going to do with him is he's an hour and a half from me. I think what we're going to do with him before we do the podcast is I'm going to go out and do a run with him. He invited me to come out to the distillery and do a run with him. and do some videos and stuff. Then once we do that, then we'll get him on here as a guest. So,
And share the videos. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
a lot of stuff coming up. I've been doing that traveling moonshiner thing. I just need to sit down and edit all of them. I just haven't had the time because I was preparing a lot of time for work, overtime at work, and also preparing for Maggie Valley trip. I just haven't had a lot of time. But now that I have some time, I got the next 3 days off, and I plan on doing some editing to some of these videos that I did. We'll put them together. I'll give you a heads up. Send you a
Hell yeah.
bottle from the different distilleries that I plan on doing first. There's one down like close to Okeechobee. This guy's been distilling for years. Never had to get a license because he's a farmer. He uses his own farm product. He grows sugar cane, so he didn't have to get a license to do it. Really cool guy. I sat down with him. He's got a big, I think it's a 150-gallon jacketed still. And really cool guy. Makes a good product. I got some of his product to send you, but I think that's going to be one of the first ones we do because that's one of the first ones I stopped at when I was doing the traveling moonshine. So we'll do that. I'm going to knock that one out first just to give you a heads up. And he said he's going to come on and be a part of it. He loved the fact that it was Sunday night. So
Hell yeah.
really
Well,
neat guy. And
listen, you've said a lot of great things, and you've talked about a lot of wonderful places, but there's one bottle that you have. One bottle
I'm going back
that
there at the end of the month.
that you have that I am so freaking excited to get my hands on,
And
and I'm hoping we're able to have Mr. Brian Battle on as well.
talked to him. He told me at the end of this month. So
Um, Papa's Grappa is some of the greatest,
God,
most amazing stuff. The world needs to have
the whole
Papa's Grappa.
world needs to have that. I
I'm sick and tired of Florida being the only state that's enjoying the luxurious Papa's Grappa. It's hardly outside of Florida, man. It's
a
it's it's in a
bottle.
few it's in a few southern states, I believe, but it's
Yeah,
mainly in Florida.
that's only in Florida right now. In
Uh,
fact, he just posted out. If you see his ads, it shows 21. He keeps showing that number 21. It's in 21 different everything wine stores here in Florida. They're all around the Fort Lauderdale. The closest one to
oh,
me,
it's Total Wine. Yeah, he's at Total
Total Wine.
Wine.
My bad, Total Wine. Yes. And I plan on going down there see him at the end of the month. Damon Beatty. I keep saying it. Damon Beatty's here for 2 months. The three of us are
Oh
going to hook
yeah,
up.
man, that job of his keeps him humping, man. He's a busy man.
Yeah, yeah. Damon's all over the place. But apparently he's here for the next 2 months. I plan on going down and I talked to Brian about it. I'm going to go back down there and see him and Alfredo. Maybe the four of us can hook up, but I got a bottle of that Papa's Grappa. I'm sending that out to you tomorrow. So I'll send you the tracking code.
That was probably the hottest bottle at Maggie Valley last year.
That'd be the hottest bottle in anywhere. Seriously,
That
that's
that, that bottle, it touched one person. They lit up, and somebody wanted to. I mean, it was like it couldn't get moved around fast enough, man.
if you saw him there at the hotel, he's kind of grasping onto the bottle. He's like, okay, you can have a little sip. Dude, that shit though, it's good. David and I had it a couple months ago when I went to see him in Lauderdale last time, and I got 5 bottles of that.
Hey, did you by chance was old Roy Collier there?
No,
Man,
if he was, I did not see. There was a bunch of people that were there that I meant to hook up with, and it didn't happen. It was just so busy, dude. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people this year. A lot.
old Straight Jacket handed me a bottle of some bourbon last year that knocked my fucking socks off, man. Yeah, old Roy can do some distilling.
Okay, awesome, Raymond. Raymond,
Hell
did we
yeah.
hook up, Raymond? I don't remember us hooking up. Yeah,
Mark.
it was a wild week. It was a wild. It was, dude. I had a guy come up to me, wanted me to sample stuff, and I don't even remember. I was hooked up with Moondog. We're out at his truck, and with Scooby Doo, and we're out at Moondog's truck. And we're sampling stuff, and in fact, he ended up giving me a bottle of some high dollar stuff. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but Gave me a bottle of it. I think it was like $100 a bottle. Dude, I ain't paying that for a bottle. He says, it's yours. Take it. Anyway, uh, another guy hit me up the next day at the festival. And he goes, "Hey man, did you put that jar away?" I said, "What jar are you talking about?" He said, "Where's my car with me? I gave you a jar and you took it. I thought you took it in your room." I was, "Oh, dude, I couldn't even remember." I was like, "I'm sorry, dude. Sorry." Sure enough, went back to the room. There it is. Oh, and then all stuff started coming back. Yeah, the conversation we had. I was like, "Oh yeah. Okay, now I remember." I felt so bad, man. What's up, Marie Jess? How you doing? Got a package coming out to you too, Marie Jess. But yeah, I got that, Joey. The Papa's Grappa, 2 bottles of the Burlock whiskey and my whiskey. So you got 4 bottles coming your way tomorrow. Going to be
All
shipped
righty.
out. But yeah, but that's pretty much it. I plan on right now. I plan on just editing all the places that I have been, up to now. I plan on going to more. And again, like I said, I want to go out to the beach and meet up with that other guy. I can't think of the name off the top of my head right now. But he invited me to come out and do a run with him, and I'm excited. He's got a nice jacket and still. Him and his wife
Nice.
on the beach. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm anxious to do that and make that part of the video. And hell yeah, be cool.
Sounds
Good
like
time.
that'll be a good time.
When I went out there, they were having an air show. The last time I was out there, it was pretty cool. Blue Angels were out
Oh,
there.
no shit.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It's awesome. And we're all sitting there in the back of his distillery, sitting around the lounge chair and watching the planes do the stuff. And it was awesome. It was a good time. Shadow's in the house. What's up, buddy?
Uh-oh.
Well, Shadow showed up just in time for a shot. I'm going to call it a night after the shot. I think what I got right here is the last I have of some Four Roses. Which is my
Oh,
go-to bourbon. You know that, Joey.
that's Four Roses is one of my very first bourbons that I've truly Four Roses single barrel.
Yeah,
I was
well,
really
listen,
impressed.
I got the small batch.
I've got one of those too, but I was really impressed with uh, the price point. I've had some other single barrels, and I've seen some other single barrels on the shelf, and man, the prices were up there. But for the price of that bottle of single barrel, you can't beat that, man.
All day long. Yeah, that's my go-to. That
I'm gonna
sits on
do
my
a shot of some Ohio Shine Co.
Hell yeah.
Pineapple. Their brand new flavor pineapple.
Huh.
So here you
What's
go.
up, Chip
Cheers,
Lewis?
bro.
I'll tell you what, Chip Lewis right there just came in. That guy makes a hell of a run right there. Cheers, Joey.
Hell yeah.
Cheers, Jennifer. Thanks for coming and watching, Jennifer. I'll be reaching out to you, Jennifer. I want to talk about some stuff. Maybe we get Jennifer to come on and talk about that distillery I visited. There at
Yes,
Moonlight.
absolutely. Anybody wants to come on, man? You have a distillery? We would love to have you on.
She's the one that designed that whole distillery. And kudos to her, man. I fell in love with that place. I was like, damn,
That's pretty
whoever
cool.
designed this. Then it was so weird that that Saturday, she walks up and introduces. I was just there. I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
how
and that's pretty
coincidental
cool.
is
She showed up at the jam. Yeah,
how coincidental was that? I mean, we never even met before. She didn't even know I was there. I was like, okay, it's
that is
meant to be. I guess meant to be.
yeah, that is random. That is
Raymond,
random.
me and my wife were staying at the cabin at Elk Hillbilly Jam. Maggie Valley did not get a chance to meet up with many people. I tried to go to the pre-party, but could not find any. Yeah, I got you, Raymond. I couldn't find it either. It was tough. I was worried my car was going to get towed away. My pleasure. Looking forward to it. Yeah, there you go. There we go, Joey. Now we got another one. We'll do a podcast
Absolutely.
first. Yeah, absolutely. Jennifer, we're having you on sometime. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, it will be like, oh, she lives in Maggie Valley. Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
That's why she was at the festival. Hey, she lives there. Oh. Chip
She's
says,
probably
Mark,
been at several of those.
did make it to the jam, Chip. I did make it. I was there. We just talking about that. That was tonight's topic mainly is about Hillbilly Jam 2026. They already announced the dates for 2027. again, it's going to be July 24th and 25th. Pre-party the 23rd. So again, it falls on my birthday. So I love it every year. It falls right on my birthday. It's like, happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to Mark.
Oh yeah.
We don't really have much going on. The Farm to Bottle's coming up this month, August, end of the month.
It's
Hope to
October.
see a lot of people there. Yeah,
I hope that goes over well. I can't make it. I got a lot of stuff going on.
yeah. And then we're also helping the 10-man event out. So, still talking. We'll be double duty that day. We'll be
Wow.
some of us will be at one festival, some of us will be at another, and then we're all going to meet up at Farm to Bottle at some point in the day. So, it should be a good time.
I know that's always a good event. How long has that been going on now? 3 years, 4 years?
Farm to Bottle. I think this is year 4.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And they are up against some hurdles.
Yeah.
There's no secret that it's hit kind of a wall. I mean, for being a local event, it's not really drawing kind of local people there. I mean, I feel like more people from outside of Wilmington come to Farm to Bottle than the people in Wilmington. I don't know if it's just not their cup of tea or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I feel like they're struggling getting the community to support it. And in a town like that, you got to get some community support as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially by the town and the county
Yeah,
and so forth. Help support it. Absolutely right.
yeah.
But from what I understand from last year, sorry, a lot of it had to do with there was a lot of other events going on last year.
There it was. I think the dates did not coincide very well. There were 2 other major events going on in the area.
Well, Uncle Joey, I want to say this before I leave and sign off on this. During that whole trip that I was out, I was promoting Two Uncles in a Jar, letting everybody know about Two Uncles in a Jar. Please join in.
Oh
And
yeah,
viewers we have right now, I can tell that helped. And
yeah, yeah,
it's gonna get better and better with the content, and we're gonna share a lot more stuff. Me and Uncle Joey, we're gonna do some samples, share each other's samples. I don't know, after hearing about that last one Uncle Joey did, I don't know.
I'll send you some blue raspberry. I absolutely. I will send you. I will send you some of Ohio's finest blue
That is
raspberry.
blue raspberry. I got you, buddy. That's gonna go straight down as a drain cleaner. I promise you. I'll put that in that Windex bottle.
It got tossed behind the shed.
I'll bet. Sean says, "Be nice. Get some support from the southern states too." Yeah, you're right, Sean. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. Everybody goes to Maggie Valley, but they don't go up to Ohio. And dude, all you guys always come down further south. You guys do the Georgia festivals and stuff. I totally get that, Sean, and I want to support it. I've been wanting to go. It just doesn't ever coincide with the things I'm doing and whatnot. I
Yeah,
every year saying I'm gotta go to Farm tomorrow. I gotta go to Farm tomorrow. I never do. I apologize for that myself, but one of these years I'll be there, Sean.
I'm hearing this could be an interesting year. I'm not going to really say who some people are supposed to be coming because I don't know for sure if they've committed, but there could be some interesting people at Farm to Bottle
Well,
this year.
you already got a really top-notch country western singer, Mary
Yeah,
Cutters. She's
yeah,
the main dude. That chick, I like that woman. She's
yeah.
hot.
Mary's
The
got
other,
a
she's
good
a
little
good singer.
following, but there's some guys in the Shine world that are possibly making an appearance that it might do well for the event.
I've heard of a few, and I'm with you. We'll zip them out.
Yeah,
A lot of times you just have to wait and see what happens because you hate to say something that it doesn't happen. Yeah.
and then there's one fella that's a legend that somebody else might be picking him up on the way, and that will be really cool to have this fella
That
there as
dude,
well.
that would help that event out a lot. It would
Yeah,
help it a lot, especially if you advertise that. Yeah,
yeah,
huge,
yeah,
huge, huge. I know
yeah.
you're talking about. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
So you've talked to Wayne.
Oh, man.
That's all I'm saying. I'm only mentioning one name. We know Wayne's going to be there.
Yeah, Wayne's awesome. Love Wayne to death. In fact, I'm thinking about ordering a new still from him. I don't know yet. I got to run some numbers and run some shit by my brother and stuff like that.
Do you know what I've been seeing that I'm really intrigued by, and I don't want to say it out loud because fuck Tom Crum, But them crummy thumpers, them little dual thumper,
You
those
know
are
what?
interesting.
But no, that's a great idea because when I do my flavor, I just did. Oh, in fact, I need to send you some of that too. My root beer and the watermelon I did
Yeah,
distilled 100 proof. And so, a lot of people don't like using these jars. They just don't. So that would be a good place to put that in place. And you got copper. Just change it out with that, dude. Yeah, you're in. I
and
like
and,
that.
and that 100% is you hit it right on the head. I've used those jars, and
I like them.
they can feel a little sketchy at times, though.
Oh, I've dealt with it. I've dealt with it. I totally agree. And yes, they can be, especially when it comes on that steel when it's already hot and you're trying to get it off and you're trying to get it back on. It's a
Man,
night.
fuck that seal. That seal has just fallen down inside my jar so many fucking times. You can't over tighten it. You
Wait.
can't
I know.
under
You
tighten
know
it.
why? I know who made that. Big Easy. That's why. Just saying.
And he'll blame Phil.
Yeah. And Phil blame Big Easy. Say, there you go. It's like this. Yeah,
No,
he did it. He did it.
but I completely I'm intrigued by
Well,
those crummy thumpers, man. I really am.
and I am too, but my relief to that to compensate and get rid of that problem is I'm having a gentleman make me some tri clamp jar thumper. So I just take it off, boop, boop. That simple, just tri clamp. Be done with
Yeah.
it. Trying to screw that on and screw it off. Dude, I've got over there with rubber wrenches and next to that hot still 200 degrees. I'm good. But hey, Joey, it's been great having you. I'm glad you showed up this time.
Man, so I was asleep that night. I woke up, I was like, fuck. I was like, I was supposed to, and that was a good one too. That was a good one.
Was it?
You
Okay.
had the still builder on there.
Oh yeah. That was another one, but okay. It's all good.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
the other. That's the
it
last
was a
one.
good one. Yeah, it was a good one. Copper Moon. Copper Moon. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've also
and
reached
yeah,
out to a new still builder out there, it's up and coming. They got the endorsement from Tickle. They built him a still, and he endorses them. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but they're up and coming, and they've agreed to come on our podcast. So,
hey, speaking of still builders, did you see that Wes Sandlin and Jay Bird are building a still to raffle off at Farm to Bottle? Yeah,
I did not
yeah.
see that. That's cool.
Listen,
Jaybird?
listen. If you want to talk about someone who is really good with some copper work, that's just kind of learning and getting the handle
Oh,
on it, oh
Wes?
Wes,
Oh yeah,
Wes,
I
man,
totally agree.
Wes is a man. He's doing good things, man.
I don't remember where I put it, but I have that parrot. I have that little parrot.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
love that thing. It's cool as shit. Yeah,
I
he
got my
does get
copper
good
store
company.
upstairs. Yeah, Wes is doing really good copper work, man. He really is.
I haven't seen or heard from Wes in a while. I was kind of curious what was going on.
He lays low. Wes, he's busy with work, busy with family,
That's
and
good.
does his
That's good.
thing, man.
He's got a fine family and a new family too, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
his child's couldn't be much more over a year, right?
He had a new baby. Yeah, the baby was pretty new when we went to Maggie last year. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Cool, awesome. That's good to hear that. And I need to reach out to him, just say, hey, I don't stay in touch with everybody like I should, but there's so many.
There's so many.
So it's becoming more and more every year, right? It's just like, who are you?
Yeah.
Where are you? What? All
Yeah, I
right,
think
buddy.
they're doing $20 a pop, 120 spots, and it's a really nice looking copper rig, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. It's North and oh yeah, there you go. Thanks, Chip. That's the new steel builder I'm talking about is called North Anna Steelworks. Yeah, Tickle endorsed them. The one he endorses a sub pot. That's pretty good. It looks like they do pretty good work. Hey,
Those, I'm intrigued by those sub pots. Those are cool looking.
I am too. I think that's gonna be my next one. Be a sub pot. I met them
So
at Belmont.
Belmont, see right there, Belmont Farms is I think I want to go check that thing out. That's a cool event that they do down there at
I
Belmont
heard that.
Farms.
Yeah, I heard that. All
I think
right,
it's in
y'all.
Virginia.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Wrap it up. We're into this an hour and 15 minutes. Joey, it's always a pleasure. Always, buddy. I'm looking
Yes,
forward
it's a good time. Listen, we both have been busy. You know, it happens. We talked about in the beginning that life would happen, and we may not
That's
get
why
on
we're
here as
with
much
every
as we
2 weeks.
could.
Is that very reason?
Yeah, yeah. But it's always good talking to you, Mark. I look forward to our next
Hey,
episode.
also with those bottles I'm sending you, you're getting a shirt too.
Look at that! Look at that shirt. Uh, I talked with Brandon from the Moonshine Co. and he said he'd sell those for us. So we
Oh,
just
that's
got to
cool.
get. Yeah, I got to get with him and get it on there. Yeah,
That works. And I wouldn't mind buying some and selling on my website for
yeah.
sure. Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
he'll work with you too. Absolutely.
Cool. Awesome, buddy. I'm gonna get off here. Shine on, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
I know. Thank you, everybody.
See you in 2 weeks for jar 11. Shine
And we
on,
might
everybody.
have a guest.
Yeah.